Big shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I want to talk about Jaron Ennis. I was at Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Arena. That was the first time I've ever been to the Wells Fargo Arena. And I must say, Jaron Ennis had that place lit. The place was electric. To my knowledge, I believe they sold about 14 plus thousand tickets in the arena. So Jaron Ennis did show that he is a huge ticket draw in the city of Philadelphia, right? Philadelphia is hands down one of the most boxing rich cities in the United States of America. But Philadelphia hasn't really had too many big fights in the city. Back in the day, we did have the Blue Horizon, but we haven't really had championship level fights in the city, even during Danny Garcia's run as a world champion. But enter Jaron Ennis. He had a very good performance. It wasn't an electrifying performance, but it was a very good performance. A lot of detractors are saying that his performance wasn't as good as Bud Crawford. And I must say, it was a similar performance to Bud Crawford versus David Avanesian, because they both fought inside the pocket, but Bud Crawford's performance was more calculated. He wasn't expanding that much energy, and he did get the one-punch knockout. But the detractors are saying, oh, Ennis got hit with a lot of shots. I'm going to tell you right now, after witnessing the fight, I must say that David Avanesian is an underrated fighter. He's a very accurate puncher, and I say that because against Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford, he was able to get off some nice clean shots. But nevertheless, Jaron Ennis handled his business. He stopped him. The fight was stopped after the 5th round. So what I want to talk about is the future for Jaron Ennis. We already know that he has a contract with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Promotions. So what's next? What's the options for Jaron Ennis, right? I mean, let's be realistic. Even though Turkey Al-Sheikh is saying that he would like to have that fight between Terrence Crawford and Jaron Ennis, obviously right now, Terrence Crawford has his sights set on Canelo Alvarez. And Terrence Bud Crawford, nevertheless, make no mistake about it, has a tough task coming up next month against the Russian Olympian fighter. I forgot his name. I think Madrimov or something like that. He's a pretty decent fighter, so we're not going to overlook him. The options for Jaron Ennis, right? Right now, Jaron Ennis needs to be fighting more often at the Wells Fargo Arena. Like I said before, he showed that he's a draw. And eventually, he has what it takes to become a pay-per-view star as well. Jaron Ennis is a very professional fighter. He's not the type of fighter like most of today's younger generation fighters that are sensitive to constructive criticism and criticism as well. He's not out there tweeting. He's not out there on rants and stuff like that. Jaron Ennis is keeping it very, very professional. Shout out to Jaron Ennis. Shout out to his dad, Bozy Ennis. I had the privilege to go to that gym twice, and I look forward to going over there more time and spending more time around those tremendous people over there at Bozy's Dungeon. Now, what I want to talk about, like I said, is what's next. What's realistic for Jaron Ennis? We got Blair the Flair Cobb. That's a very good, interesting situation for Philadelphia, because Blair the Flair Cobb is originally from Philly as well, right? They have a history together. They sparred together, and Blair Cobbs is coming off of a victory over Adrian Broner. Blair Cobbs knows how to sell a fight. I feel Don King should try to make that fight with Eddie Hearn. They should do a joint promotion. Not a joint promotion, but, you know, negotiate and make that fight. That's a perfect fight for the Wells Fargo Arena. That's one option right there. Another option is move up to 154 and take on Virgil Ortiz. That's another big fight. You got two undefeated, young, hungry lions competing for the opportunity to take on the top dog at 154 pounds. Terrence Crawford right now is not the champion there, but I'm almost sure if things go well, he will be the top dog at 154 pounds. But I don't see that fight happening right now either between Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. So the next option I would like for Jaron Ennis at 154 pounds is Ennis Velasquez. Velasquez is a common opponent with Terrence Crawford. He's also a common opponent with Virgil Ortiz, right? Arguably, Velasquez did drop Terrence Crawford, arguably, and I saw that fight live, and he definitely dropped Virgil Ortiz. Jaron Boots Ennis showed that he can get hit. So a fight between Jaron Ennis and Velasquez, I believe, will present more of an element of danger than what David Avanesian displayed. Even Blair Cobb, because even though Blair Cobb has momentum, Velasquez, make no mistake about it, is a legitimate puncher at 147 pounds. Velasquez versus Boots Ennis, personally, that's the fight that I would like to see next in Philadelphia. This is the road to Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't believe that Jaron Ennis should spend too much time at 147 pounds, even though he did state that he wants to become the undisputed champion. If it were up to me, it would be a fight between him and Velasquez, followed by a fight between him and Blair Cobb, and then a move to 154 pounds to go after one of the belt holders there. Because being that Terrence Crawford is looking to undispute in his third weight class, Jaron Boots Ennis might as well make himself available by becoming one of the champions in that division. So therefore, Terrence Crawford will look at Jaron Ennis as a priority instead of stepping backwards. That's just my take on it. Low Nose Boxing. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing. I'm out.